All right, so good morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning, May 16th, in case you need that reminder of the day and the date. So thank you for joining me for our Saturday morning class. Got a good workout. I hope that you'll enjoy today. So we have two different circuits that we're repeating 3 times at variable work to rest intervals. So we'll be going through the same 4 exercises 3 times, and then we'll switch circuits and we'll go on to the next. I'll take you through those in a minute, but we'll start first with our warm-ups. So we're going to come down on the floor to start, and we'll go into just a little bit of a modified Spider-Man. So we're going to stay on the one side, do 10 on each side, and then switch. So you come up, starting with a high plank, step your foot forward, and if you don't make it up there the first time and you need to kind of kneel and get that foot up there, get there however you need to. It's early. This is probably the first most of us are moving this morning, and then we're going to alternate between reaching up with that rotation, elbow down to the floor, reach up, elbow down. So we're getting rotation in both directions. We're also, as we're sinking down lower, hopefully getting a little bit more of a stretch into your hips. Reach up, elbow down. And again, 10 on the one side. And then however you want to get up and get into the other side, whether that's from being in a plank and stepping forward, or maybe just starting with your foot forward, coming into a runner's lunge. And again, alternating between opening out and elbow down to the floor. Ten of those. And then actually stay down on the mat after that one. And we're going to go into a scapular push-up. So you're from a high push-up position. You can also do this one on your knees. But we're just working the shoulder blades. So it's not a push-up where you would come all the way down to the floor. You're going to kind of round your shoulder blades up and then squeeze them in together. So rounding them, squeezing them in, and you do 10 of these. And again, if you want to come down onto your knees, you can still do that. Set up like you're doing a push-up, rounding the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Whatever you're positioning, whether your toes or knees, make sure that you're nice and tight through your center, really squeezing your core in. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, round them and push away. You could do this up on a wall too. You're doing 10 of these, 10 total. So squeezing. Again, it's not a full push-up. You're not coming all the way down. Your body might not move up and down all that much at all. We'll stay down on the mat after that one. Kind of nice, 3 in a row down on the mat, not in Saturday morning, not having to get up and down right away. We're warming up. All right, when you're done with those, we're going to do 5 each side bird dog holds. So just kind of count it out to yourself, but you start in that quadruped position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You're going to reach out, nice long reach, push away with your heel, flat back, come back to center, and switch hip closed to the floor. So when I say that, you don't want your hip open out to the side. You want it turned down to the floor. And alternate. Push away with your heel. So your toes should be pointed back towards you. Big reach and stretch. Big reach and stretch. So 5 each side on those. And after those, you can stand up. We're going to go from a nice deep squat to standing up into a hamstring stretch. So your squat, you can have your feet out as wide as you need them to be able to come all the way down, butt to the floor. Then take a hold of your toes and straighten your legs out. So you should get a nice stretch through your hamstrings as you straighten out. Sit back down. Straighten up. And sit back down. Again, 10 of these. Hanging onto your toes as you straighten up. Nice, stretch out for those hamstrings. Now that we've stretched them out, we're going to go into high kicks. So alternate for this one, if you want to just do leg swings, hang on to something, and you can do leg swings. Otherwise, we do high kicks, so kicking up and across, 10 each side. So you're coming across, not same side, but reaching out and across. Good morning, Facebook. If you're just joining us, we're warming up. Ten of these. All right, and then after those, we do 10 square jumps. So you just draw a square on the floor. Lateral hop, hop to the back. Lateral, forward. If you don't want to jump, you'll step out, step back, step out, step forward. And then you would alternate. Step forward, step out, step back, bending the knees each time, and just keep going around and around. So if you don't want to jump, you'll do lunges 3 ways. Forward, side, back. Or those square jumps, so you get a nice lateral, back, lateral, forward. And again, 10 of those. Going around 10 times. Give everyone a chance to finish those. And then I'll take you through our first circuit. All right, still see a little bit of hopping going on Zoom, so let everyone finish. All right, so our workout today, we have 2 circuits that we're going to be repeating, each one 3 times at variable intervals of work to rest. So the first one will be 45 seconds of work to 25 seconds of rest. So you're going to want to pace yourself. 45 seconds is longer than you think when, for instance, you're doing mountain climbers. And then our work to rest gets a little shorter. We're working for 35 and then 25. So for that 25, you're going to push all the way through. So it's only 25 seconds. So our exercises for the first one is a squat to a press in and out. So whatever weight you want to use, if you have a dumbbell, you have a gallon container of whatever, you're going to hold it at your center. Squat down. Feet can be however you want them to be for this. So squat down, hold in that squat upright through the torso, press in or press out, back in, and come back up. So squat down, out, in, and back up. So that's our first one, the squat press. And then forward, back lunges. So I'll keep an eye on the time and tell you when to switch, but you're going to go same side leg, forward and back. Try not to step down in between. When I say halfway, switch. Step, step. Keep it moving, driving up through that stationary leg every time. Mountain climbers are next. We're going to do a cross mountain climber. So you're coming in through the center and crossing. You can do this as quick or as slow as you want, but you're bringing knees across to opposite elbow. And then a lateral jump with a touchdown. So it's a little bit of a kind of a lunge or a squat. You're going to touch down that outside hand to the outside foot. Jump up and back down. When you hit the ceiling, if you're in a low ceiling, jump up and down, jump up and down. So for this, if you don't want to jump, you would just step out, and down. So that would be your alternate for that. So those are our 4 exercises. Like I said, we're going to repeat this circuit 3 times. Variable work to rest. And then we'll go into the next circuit. We good? Ready? All right, I've got some thumbs up. So let's get started. Timer starts. Again, we're starting with that squat to the press, out and in with a weight. Let's go. Timer has started. So upright through the torso. So you squat down, press out, back in, and stand up. So this is a lot of core strength, upright through the torso. And again, your feet can be positioned however you want them to be for these squats today. If you want a wide stance, toes turned out, toes facing forward, whatever works for you for this squat. Keep moving. We're 3, 2, 1, and we rest for 25. So the next one are those forward back lunges. You're going to keep moving without stepping down in between. So lunge forward, stepping into the wall, using the space that you have, step back, step forward, step back. I'll watch the time and tell you when to switch. Let's go. So step forward. Gotta figure out where I'm going here so I don't keep crashing into the wall. Step back. Step forward. Step back. Driving up with that standing leg. Go ahead and switch sides. Step forward. Step back. Two, one. And mountain climbers are next. Crossing mountain climbers. So you're going to bring your knees under and across. So again, 45 seconds of mountain climbers. Pace yourself. Keep moving the whole time, but don't go all out to begin with. You'll burn out before the end. 3, 2, 1. Crossing mountain climbers. 25 seconds to go. What did I say about pacing? 10. 2, 1. And then we have our lateral jump to touchdown. So again, outside hand to outside foot. Jump up, touchdown, jump up, touchdown. 2, 1. If you're not jumping, I still want your hands up overhead. Get your heart rate up to reach your hands up overhead. So if you're opting to not jump, I still want to see those hands up every time. So up, touchdown, jump up, touchdown. I'm trying not to hit the ceiling again. Just over 10 seconds to go. So stick your butt back. This really is more of a squat than it is a lunge. 2, 1. All right, quick rest. And we repeat. That was it. That was round 1 already. So our next one then is 35 seconds of work to, again, 25 seconds of rest. We start again with that squat, press the weight in and out. And again, your choice on the squats, however you want to position your feet. If you want to have your toes pointed out, if you just want a nice wide stance, we have about 10 seconds to go. Get ready with your weight. Upright through the torso. Squat it down, press out and back in. Out and back in. Upright through the torso, so really sticking your butt back and back up. Good. Upright through the torso as you're sitting down into that squat. Out and in at the bottom. Good. Two, 1, and we rest. Forward back lunges. Again, keep moving through. Try not to step down in between. You'll alternate sides. I'll tell you when to switch. 10 seconds to go time. 2, 1. Drive through that standing leg to come up in between. And switch legs. Two, 1, and rest. Mountain climbers, crossing mountain climbers, knees tucking through and across. So engaging those obliques a little bit in that cross. 35 seconds is not nearly as bad as 45 seconds. But still pace yourself. 5 seconds getting ready. 2, 1. Under and across. Ten seconds. 2, 1. Oh, and just think next time you only have to do that for 25 seconds. Lateral jump to touchdown. So again, you're touching down that outside hand to the outside foot. Jump up, touch, up, touch. And I want to see those hands up overhead. So if you're not jumping, I still want to see hands up, touch down, hands up, touch down. Ten seconds to go. 2, 1. All right. Quick rest. And we do it again, our third time already. So again, this time it's 25 seconds. Push through the whole time. It's gonna seem like it's gonna fly by. Quick transition when we go from those forward back lunges. So I'll watch the timer when I say switch. Be ready to quick transition, switch to the other side. So again, 25 seconds is going to go very quickly. Five seconds. Starting with that squat to press. Squat down, press out, and back in. Keep your torso upright. Two, one. Forward back lunges. Driving through that standing foot, trying not to touch down in the center. Forward, straight into a back, into a forward. 10 seconds. Two, one. Driving through that standing leg. Switch. I told you it'd be quick. Two, one. Rest, and we come down for mountain climbers are next. Crossing under, push through. It's only 25 seconds this time. Which, you know, if you're on a treadmill or doing mountain climbers, is still an eternity, but it's better than 45. Getting ready. 2, 1. Come across. No more mountain climbers after this. Five, 2, 1. And our lateral jumps to touchdown. Flying through. Ten seconds. Remember, hands up in the air in between. Squatting down, so sit that butt back. Ten seconds. 2, 1. All right. That was it. That was first round. We have a minute. Grab some water. I'm going to catch my breath. I'll walk you through the next 4 exercises. And then we repeat. So 45, 35, 25. How we doing? Zoom. Thumbs up. Still with me? Excellent. All right, so our exercises for this next round, we start with a glute bridge. Make sure you're keeping your feet flat on the floor, tucking your heels in as close to your bum as you can get them today. Hands down by your sides. Squeeze your glutes, press up into bridge. That's our first one. And then we go with a half kneeling. We're going to do this one both sides, or one side and then the other. So it's a low to high chop. So half kneeling, low, high, low, high. Now you can't get a lot of rotation because you're kneeling. So really reaching, feel that work through the center as you reach, but don't bend down. So just reach and reach, reach and reach. And then you'll switch. Again, low, don't tip over. Low, high, low, high. And then the last one is a resisted dead bug. So back down on the mat. As I reach one side out, I'm resisting that other side. Back to center, reach one side out, resist the other. So by resist, I mean I'm trying to pull my knee in towards me, but I'm pushing it away with my hand. The whole time, I want you to really focus in on bracing in your core, keeping your low back pressed down. We have about 20 seconds to go, and we're starting with those glute bridges. If you want a little extra challenge, you can always pick up a weight, rest it on your pelvic bones. About 5 seconds. 2, 1. Squeeze the glutes, press up. Keep your feet flat. So round one was our cardio round. We got our heart rates up. We moved a lot. Round two is strength. So we're really focusing on these movements. This one is the glutes and hips. All right, and then we come up for that half kneeling chop. And again, we're going to do this 45 seconds on one side, 45 seconds on the other, focusing on strength this round. So I'm going to step one knee forward. Squeezing the glutes, working the quads. Have a nice strong foundation from the bottom up. Chop low and high. And I'm reaching down. I'm not bending forward. Staying upright through the torso. Reach. Upright through the torso. And more or less facing forward. You don't want to turn. And if you're squeezing your quads of that down leg, you really can't turn. So you're staying facing forward, chopping. 10 seconds to go. 2, 1. And switch. So again, finding strength from the floor up. Work on squeezing your quads of that down leg, squeezing your glutes. So your pelvis is pressed forward. You're not leaning forward and you're not turning. You're reaching. Low, 2, 1, and high. So this is a somewhat limited range of motion by intention. You could move a lot through this, but we don't want to. We want to stay nice and strong through the center. 15 seconds to go. 10. 5. All right. And then our next are those resisted dead bugs. So you come down into that standard dead bug starting position. But as I'm reaching one side out, I'm trying to pull my other knee in and I'm pushing it away with my hand. Back to center and switch. Low back, press down the whole time. So you're getting extension through your hips. You're working through your center to keep your low back pressed down. And this one is as hard as you make it. The more resistance you give yourself in the center, the harder it's going to be. 5 seconds. 2, 1. And we rest before we repeat. Isn't that handy? We could just stay down on the mat, getting ready for those glute bridges again. If anybody's checking in on me on Facebook right now, they're going to think, wow, that's a heck of a workout she's doing. She's just laying on the floor. It's all good though. I am still alive. All right, so getting ready for those glute bridges. Again, heels are tucked in close to your bum. Squeezing your glutes to press up. If you want to wait, you can add a little bit of weight to your hips. You don't need to. It's 35 seconds of work this time. Squeeze the glutes to press up. Five. All right, and then come on up. Our half kneeling chops are next. Take a second. That was a long time laying on the floor. Blood get back up into your brain. Step 1 foot forward. Squeezing your quads, squeezing your glutes. Strength in that down leg. Chopping low and high. 35 seconds this time. Five, 2, 1, and we switch sides. Again, strengthen that standing leg, squeezing your glutes, bracing through the center. Low, high. Controlling so you're not getting a lot of twisting. And let's go. About 10 seconds to go. 2, 1. All right, and then we're down into that resisted dead bug. So again, pressing your low back down onto the mat. As you reach one side out, you're resisting that other side. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Ten seconds to go. Keep that low back pressed down throughout. 2, 1. All right. Quick breather, and we go through it again, starting again with those bridges. So again, this time it is 25 seconds of work. It's not like the first round where, you can really push. I mean, you can move a little bit faster, but we want to really focus on form first. About 15 seconds. Glute bridges are first. Focus on form, squeezing those glutes. 2, 1. Press up. Three, 2, 1. And we come on up. Half kneeling. Again, really focusing on form, squeezing your glutes, strong in that down leg, pelvis forward, 5 seconds to go. 2, 1. Two, 1, and we switch. Focusing on form. About 5 seconds to go. 2, 1. Straight arms. 5, 2, 1. All right, and our last one, resisted dead bugs. Again, you make this as challenging as you want it to be by how hard you're pushing back against your knee. 5 seconds. This is it. Last one. Low back press down, bracing in that center. Three, 2, 1. And that's it. All right, take a second. Hug your knees in. Little side to side roll. Always kind of nice. And let's just, while we're down on the mat, we'll finish out with a little bit of stretches down here. So go ahead and cross your left ankle to your right knee. And then pull in on that right hamstring. So my left hand is between my legs and I'm pulling in. I'm looking for a stretch. My left hip, my left glutes. And then extend that right leg all the way out and down. Right hand to left knee, and I'm going to torso twist to bring it to the floor on my right side. And back to center. And switch. Right ankle to left knee and pull in on that left leg. A nice figure four stretch for the glutes. Extend that left leg all the way out and down. Left hand to right knee and torso twist. And back to center. Come on up, take a second, let the blood find its way back to your brains. I'm going to come onto all fours. Right hand, light fingertips at the base of your skull. Going to open up and then bring elbow down to your left wrist. Left hand, open up and twist down. So just getting a little spinal twist here. Last one. And switch sides. So right hand down, left fingertips light at the base of your skull. Twist to open and tuck down, elbow to wrist. Twist to open. One more. And when you're ready, come on up. That's our workout. I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook. Thank you for joining us. Pilates tomorrow morning at 11 a.m.